Oh, do I feel good today? What is up, universe? Welcome into your favorite sports and sports betting brand of record. We like to call it, you see the background, Coach and Company. We are live every single weekday on the Stadium Network and everywhere that Stadium is. Amazon Prime, DirecTV, YouTube TV, Roku, Vizio, LG. You know what time it is, over 110 million homes. Now, we have a very simple motto here at the show. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we just want to win more than we lose. And that's exactly what we did on Monday. One down, four to go. That's right, 5-2. We'll take that every single day, and what a shock. My man, Big Chuck from the Dirty Dirty, going 2-0 yet again. Now, we've got a busy hour coming up in 15 minutes. Producer man going behind my back. We have a brand new capper in our second version of Baby Bets, and we've got another future bet. You don't want to miss that. We've got one word today. We're looking forward to our first conference final game tonight in the NBA. And then in 45 minutes, we're revising. What's the word? Packers, let me know on the tush push. So, without further ado, you hear that? It's the doorbell. It's ringing. My company is ready to come in. So without further ado, it's time to beat the books. We've got the Western Conference Finals. We've got the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL. NBA is Western Conference, and look who I have today. What an embarrassment of riches. First and foremost, we're going to get back to our old ways of giving the person who had the best day the 15 seconds. And this man is absolutely on fire. Live from the Dirty Dirty, 2-0 yesterday, including his premium play. Big Chuck, good morning.
Morning, Coachman, Company. I'm just doing my small part for the team. We turn the page. Fortunate enough to get that victory. We go ahead and turn the page. We have more day soccer today. Europa League finals tomorrow. Big weekend. Ready to get it going.
You're damn right you are. You always are ready. Now, next, this man has a very unique job here at the show. He gives you updates. He gives you line movements. You cannot get anything past him. He is our numbers guy for a reason. Please say good morning to Rafael Esparza. Good morning, Rafael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. What a great day. We got hoops, we got NHL, and Caitlin Clark all on the tube tonight.
Who is Caitlin Clark playing tonight, Rafael?
Atlanta.
It was all a dream. All right. Now, I don't know that I've ever seen a person walk through the door and just knock it down and say, get out of my way. I have a spot on the show. But that's what this man has done. Please say good morning. Writes for the Bears, Celtics, Sure Dog, his own podcast. What doesn't he do? Mike Pendleton, Mikey P. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everyone. Can't be perfect all the time, but that's okay. And you know what? I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere, so it's fine. I'm right here.
Rafael, why such a big smile when he said he wasn't perfect? Are you happy that he had a X next to his name? Are you?
No, the gambling gods gave him that X next to his name, not me. When you come in all saying that I'm perfect and I'm always going to win, the gambling gods always get you.
Oh, Mikey, something to learn from the OG. Something to learn from the OG. Now, this final man is far from an OG, but how important is he to our brand? He just had a birthday. He is now sailing into his 20s like a grown-ass man. And he's out of school for the summer. So we're excited to have him more. Young Peyton, good morning.
Morning, guys. Two things that I got to learn over the weekend. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and the Dodgers stink. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Sweep it with the Halos. It's Halo Honk Night at Dodger Stadium. Come on. I bet your dad was just through the roof with that sweep.
We were absolutely ecstatic this weekend. It was awesome.
Oh, man. I could hear from the Lodge household all the way up in Beverly Hills. We live differently in the Lodge household. All right, gentlemen, we got a lot of best bets to get to. And today I just have this gut feeling that we're going to have a fantastic day. So, Big Chuck, I'm coming over to you first. Where are we going?
EPL, Day Soccer, Crystal Palace, Wolves, and with Crystal Palace coming off their first ever FA Cup title on Saturday, I believe this is the perfect fade spot in my opinion. Go ahead and give me Wolves on the PK or draw no bet. I pick them however it's in your book. This is basically push protection in case there's a draw. You get your money back. Wolves have won 6 of their last 8 matches. Then my premium play of the day, we're going to go to the MLB. Padres and the Jays with the over cashing in 6 of their last 8 meetings played in Toronto. I'll go ahead and back the over 8 tonight in the 6.
And there you see the premium play on the screen if you want to be a part of Chuck's side hustle. And I'm telling you, you're a little late to the party, but it's never too late. 1 or 2 cashes, you're paying for the entire season. Download that QR code. There he is. We support him completely. By the way, Chuck, your premium plays have been destroying it here on the show, yes?
Not too shabby, Coach, man. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, Coach, man. That's for damn sure. All right, great start. I feel 2 check marks right there. All right, Raphael, big boy, I'm coming over to you. What do we got today?
This baseball play has not been too shabby for me either, because I'm going right back to the well. The Seattle Mariners team total over 5.5. I'm taking an alternate line. I want the money. Give me the money at plus 135. They've hit this 3 out of the last 4 meetings against the Chicago White Sox. The Seattle team just crushes the White Sox pitching. Pitching for the White Sox has been very poor, especially their bullpen. I'll see this. You can take the 4.5 as well. The juice is at minus 125. And then in the NBA playoffs, give me the White Mamba. Alex Caruso over 8.5 points at minus 118 over at BetMGM. This total opened up at 9.5. I have no idea why this didn't stay at 9.5. He's hitting a 3-ball in the playoffs like there's no problem. He hit this one in 4 straight games. I think Alex Caruso is a big reason why they could win by double digits tonight.
He's hit this prop. The Mariners have won 4 straight games, so I feel like there's a little synergy right there between your plays. By the way, did you guys see that story on Alex Caruso? Apparently, he's like the vocal leader of this basketball team. Like, he's the guy that's allowed to talk whenever he wants, timeouts, all that. You saw that, right, Peyton?
Yeah. Don't they call him Unk?
Yep.
I know they don't call him White Mamba. Where the hell did that come from, Raphael?
Kobe called him that.
Kobe called him the White Mamba?
Yep.
Peyton's like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, man. All right. That's all I have in my head right now. All right. Who do I go to next? All right, Mikey, you have not earned the right to go last yet, my friend. So you're up next. Let's go.
All right. Well, I'll take my spot, and I'm going to take Dylan Cease over 5.5 strikeouts today against the Toronto Blue Jays. He has hit this in over 5 of his last 6 games, and in his last start against Toronto, his last start, he's had 10 strikeouts. So Dylan Cease, he's a great strikeout pitcher, so I like him. And then on the hardwood, Minnesota Timberwolves plus 7.5. If you look at the emotional side of game 1 and what the Thunder went through, I know it was a blowout, but they just played. And Minnesota in these playoffs is 8-2 against the spread. I think Minnesota covers in this one.
And we will have a full breakdown of tonight's game coming up at the bottom of the hour in Hoop It Up. I got a little distracted because for people who don't know how TV works, they're a little bit behind on Stadium. We do the show, and then it's like a few seconds. So right now, I see Raphael's big old face right on my big screen to my left. Looking glorious, Raphael. Absolutely glorious. Now, we all know that young Peyton's the best-looking man on the show. Sorry, Zeno. But it's just what it is. I had to add him to upgrade our chiseled good looks. I can't be the only one. You know what I'm saying, boys? You know what I'm saying? So, young Peyton, King Lettuce, you have a busy day today. Bottom of the hour. Prize picks. Your boy Soupy clearly isn't here today, but he sent a little something for you. But I need you to focus on your best bets first. Where are you headed, sir?
Yeah, well, batting practice in the Bronx, guys, starts tonight with Patrick Corbin on the mound for Texas, who has really not had a vintage Patrick Corbin start all year, an ERA of just 3.35, but we'll see that ERA boost tonight because the Yankees as a team hit 270 against lefties, and this lefty in particular is just simply not very good. LA Angels money line. Someone please tell me why my Halos continue to be plus money against the A's? Really? 4 wins in a row, a sweep against the defending champs. And in their last 7 games, Angels starters have an ERA of 3.07, including 5 quality starts. The veteran Kyle Hendricks knows how to get these Sacramento newbies out, and I'm taking my Halos to get their 5th straight win tonight. And to anyone who plans on taking the A's in this game at minus 165, shame on you. You deserve what you get, and that's nothing.
At minus 165?
Unbelievable.
Raphael, what are we missing? Minus 165 for the A's in that band. Is this at the A or is it in Sacramento, Peyton?
Sacramento.
Okay, so in the bandbox up there in Sacramento, Raphael, what are we missing here? What are we doing?
Overnight money came in. I mean, the Sacramento A's opened up at minus 140, quickly moved to 20 cents, and now it's already moved to 25 cents. So people like the A's today.
Very interesting. Peyton, well done, young man. Well done. You should be ashamed of yourself. Bet on the A's. They've only lost 6 in a row. 6. The A's have won 4. What are we doing? Sometimes you find that little nugget, Mikey. You know what I'm saying? You find that little nugget. All right. Now, can we bring in Mark, please? Because I had a little issue. You guys know, I like to be one of the boys. I like to be part of the crew, but sometimes you got to be a leader. Sometimes you got to put your foot down. And Mark, normally you and I have a great relationship. However, it has been brought to my attention that in about, 6 to 8 minutes, that a new capper that just happens to live in your house has been added to the show. Do you know anything about that?
Just that he's damn funny.
Interesting. All right. I will get to that. But we have a very important partnership that is growing by the day at JTS. So, Mark, better days ahead. What is our JTS play of the day?
Coach, we are going with Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark to get at least 18 points tonight. Clark heats up against Atlanta. In her last 2 games against the Dream, she's launched 31 shots and hit 42% of them. The volume's there, and the math is mathing on this one. We're going to pair that with Minnesota Timberwolves' Nikhil Alexander-Walker to hit at least 1 3. He's hit that mark in 92% of his games versus OKC, where he's averaging 2.3 triples a night against them. Clark's launching. Walker's launching. It means the company's cashing. A plus 111 Just a Stat Sports play of the day.
Real quick, for people who don't know, there is the QR code. It's on your screen. Download it. Use our code BTT30. Why? Glad you asked. We're going to give you 30 days for free. You can get everything, cappers, algorithms, edges, whatever words you want to use. Put every tool that you have at your disposal into your toolbox. We absolutely love JTS, and it is growing. You will grow with it. Real quick, Mark, before you go anywhere, how is the model doing? Any particular sport that is doing better than others?
I'll tell you, it's not even just the model, Coach. It's the cappers as well. Robbie Hockey from the Weekday Wagers, Weekend Wagers, went 6-0 in his baseball picks last night. So, I mean, it's the models firing. The cappers are firing. We're trying to put money in people's pockets.
Oh, this Weekday Wagers show that you speak of, would that be on this channel at 2 p.m. Eastern time every single day?
Every single day, 2 p.m. Eastern, with myself, DG, the wonderful Daniel Greer, and the aforementioned incredible Robbie Hockey.
All right, that's way too many adjectives. They're not that incredible. They're not that great. Okay, I just need their names. That's it. All right, gentlemen. Well done on your best bets. But we are just getting started. On the other side, the newest signee to the Coach and Company family will show up. Also, we play one word. Have the 49ers overspent? We'll discuss that. Also, coming up at the bottom of the hour, Hoop It Up Western Conference Finals. Also, you want more hockey picks? You better watch on our YouTube channel. We got Round the Rink at our second break. And then also the Packers, the Tush Push, more drama. It's Coach and Company live, as always, right here on Stadium. All right, we continue on for you OGs and degenerates out there. Raphael, real quick, with the drama that has been the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese stuff on literally day number 1, have you seen anything numbers-wise that's been affected on any of these games moving forward?
Futures money has come in, especially on Indiana Fever and the LA Sparks. I just think with the Plum being addition for LA, I think that's probably got their little boost up. Plus, they have some injuries that are coming back onto the court for LA. But those two have been really getting some. And then, of course, the Liberty dominating against the Aces in game 1. They got their rings. A lot of money came on their futures after that.
Hey, Big Chuck, how many WNBA games did you watch over the weekend?
That's a big 0 on the dub there, Coachman.
Ring ceremony, Big Chuck?
No dub in this household.
No dub in this household. Mikey, your thoughts on Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese still dominating the headlines?
I love it. We're seeing so many people outside of the WNBA world give attention to the WNBA world. People who played other professional sports beefing over it. I absolutely love this. And this is what the WNBA needs.
I love how the video continues to be, Peyton, without Angel Reese jacking the girl in the back before she gets slightly pushed by Caitlin Clark. The whole narrative I find funny, and yet the internet or Twitter or whatever, they just keep running with it.
Caitlin Clark doesn't care. Angel Reese cares a lot more than Caitlin Clark does. I mean, to have a rivalry, don't both people need to be good? I mean, come on. It's kind of like me and Soupy. What are we doing here?
You're a savage. You're an absolute savage. By the way, I almost got this morning. There's a parody account that Indiana Fever's with a check mark. And I was like, there's no way that they're posting this. And it was her saying some cocky saying from Angel Reese. And I'm sure you guys saw it. And then her just missing shot after shot after shot. And I was like, oh my God, did the Fever really post this? No, parody account. We're back live in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to Coaching Company. We are just getting started here on a beautiful Tuesday, and everybody has a job here at the show. And my man Raphael is always here to update things and stuff that's going on, that's moving, because it's never too early to beat the lines. Raphael, anything going on right now?
We got some 3-player prop bets for tonight's game, but it's been jumping back and forth, especially over at BetMGM. Anthony Edwards over at BetMGM. Total points is at 26.5. Most shops have 25.5. So if you like the over, wait, because I think BetMGM will probably push that to 25.5, so get the better number. Same thing with Julius Randle. Total points is now 20.5. Shop around because there's 19.5. BetMGM, 19.5. So you get a better number if you like that one. And then, of course, tonight's big game in the WNBA, not the NBA, the WNBA. The Atlanta Dream, the Indiana Fever total opened up at 169.5. Now the total is at 174.
Wow.
The Caitlin Clark effect even affects totals.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You're amazing. Now, Raphael, the one thing I really respect about you is that you're loyal. And you would never call producer man behind my back to try to add something to the show, would you?
If I'm running late, yes.
Well, apparently, Mark did. And he saw that we had signed Baby Coach. It was big. It made national news, all that kind of stuff. But apparently, producer man, when I told him to go out and look for new talent, he assumed he could then sign said talent. So this all happened behind my back. So right here, right now, we've got another best bet. It's another future. It's on the Eastern Conference Finals. I haven't even seen this yet because producer man does all of it for us. But apparently, we got a new capper. It's time for Baby Bets.
Give me the Florida Panthers to win the Eastern Conference Finals against Carolina at minus 125. Florida's been tearing through the playoffs like a snowbird on a golf cart. Undefeated at home and 5-2 on the road. Carolina, they've been allergic to road wins since February, and it's showing. the Panthers are deeper, tougher, and hungrier. And at minus 125, that's not just value. That's Colossum, baby. Yeah, I went there.
What the hell is Colossum, baby? I told you on Monday that I run this show. I haven't had hair since I was 3 months old. And I'm glad because that head of hair on baby JTS, oh, that must take him all morning to get ready. He must sleep through nap time to get ready for coaching company. I'm telling you right now, he won't be around very long. Not with this face. Bringing it strong, so get out of my way. Wow. Wow. Raphael, baby coach, a little angry this morning, isn't he?
I think he's just angry because that flow of hair that he doesn't have on the other baby. I think that's why he's angry.
King Lettuce, you're our hair aficionado. Your thoughts?
Thoughts on baby JTS already starting early with the jokes. That's a bad sign. He's in for we're gonna see some crazy stuff from baby JTS. I can feel it.
I can feel it too. I think you're dead on, Mikey. Babies with dad jokes. I'm here for it. I'll be honest. I'm here for it. I'm here for it
too. And there's a joke in there about my father, but I'll leave it alone.
All right. Raphael, go into the chat. Take care of the good people. Mikey, Peyton, it's time for a little one word. All right, gentlemen, you know what time it is. Peyton, you go first. Mike, you piggyback, and I'll bring up the rears. Now, topic number one. And young Peyton, you're all over the Yankees tonight. Well, their former right fielder is not all love across town for the Mets. Last night, he loved his single so much that he just admired it without running it out. And reportedly, they're going to sit down and talk to him about hustling at over $700 million a year. Not a topic that you should have to broach with your biggest star. One word on Juan Soto's issues.
Awesome. You had a dead on, coach. You said reportedly. If Coach Mendoza is actually going to talk to him rather than just making himself sound good, then this is awesome. Go talk to him because this is ridiculous. Last night, he hits a ball off the Green Monster. He's still standing in the batter's box when it hits the wall. I mean, are you serious? And if anyone wants to tell me, well, he stole second on the next pitch, who cares? And how about a ground ball to second base he hit against the Yankees on Sunday night? He half swung, made some weak contact, rolled over to second, basically walking down to the first base line. Who does he think he is? He's acting like he just signed a 15-year, $765 million deal. Oh, wait a minute. He did, and he's hitting 246, and he plays a mediocre right field at best. The Mets are going to hate this contract in a couple of years.
This is laughable to me, and I don't want to start more rivalries, but young Peyton, this is laughable. Laughable that you're attacking Juan Soto, and it's May 19th. We're in the first year of a $700 million contract. Laughable that a New York Mets organization is going to talk to people about their effort. Maybe if the front office put in more effort throughout the years, they'd have more World Series rings. And Pete Alonso, where's your effort? You're getting thrown out at second base. Great play by Jarren Duran, but let's talk to everybody on the team. This is absolutely laughable, not even a talking point.
It absolutely is a talking point. And my one word is conspiracy. Because there's a conspiracy theory out there that Juan Soto is not happy. That Juan Soto wanted to sign the deal with the Yankees, but it was his family that wanted him to go with the Mets because apparently they don't understand that when you go north of $700 million, it does not matter. But they wanted every last dime. They got it. Now you have a very unhappy Juan Soto, but I don't know about the conspiracy theorists. That's my one word. All right. Topic number 2. And this is a feel-good one. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but recently in New York City, there's a fireman who decided to wear a Tyrese Halliburton jersey to the game. Well, after the game, a bunch of idiot Knicks fans decided to chase him down the street and literally throw things at him, including bags of trash. Well, the last laugh is on those Knicks fans because yesterday on the Pat McAfee show, Tyrese Halliburton came on and they brought on that fireman. And he said, I'm flying you out to Indiana, tickets to game number 4. You get to meet the entire team. We got you covered. One word on Halliburton turning this whole thing around for my first responder.
Finally, we see a player do this for a fan, but wouldn't you know it would be Tyrese Halliburton? In every interview or show this guy is on, is his personality and his positive energy is contagious to viewers, but also to his teammates, I'm sure, because that's so important in the locker room. I hope Pacers players know how lucky they are to get to play with not only a really good point guard, but his play style mirrors how unselfish his personality is.
I'm going typical New York fans, typical Knick fans. Act like you've been there before. But I'm also going to pull back a little bit on the Knicks fans and say, what are we doing? I understand you shouldn't berate another team's fan, right? But then Tyrese Halliburton going on this good guy tour, doing this for Hans Perez, the fan's name, going on Monday Night Raw because he's now a video game character. All right, he hasn't won anything, so let's pump the brakes. Great, he got some good clout. This is embarrassing for me.
My one word is miserable. I just pivoted away from the story to you, Mikey. A black heart? What are we talking about here? This is a firefighter. This is a man who just wanted to be a fan. He just wanted to go to a game and wear a jersey that he got at NBAshop.com. By the way, you can get all of your jerseys right through here, Coaching Company. Download the QR code. It helps out the show. But you should be able to go to any arena, especially Madison Square Garden, and wear whatever you want. But if there's black-hearted fans like you, Mikey, we can never win. We can simply never win. Peyton. We'll talk about it later. All right, topic number 3. This one's got "what are we doing" written all over it. 2028, the Olympics. The NFL is on the brink of approving players to play in the flag football competition. Gentlemen, I will remind you that flag football used to be a part of the Pro Bowl, and they ended it for a reason. Peyton, one word on this NFL decision.
Exciting. I mean, I actually like watching the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf flying around making plays in a flag football game. They have to still negotiate some things, obviously, between the players and the owners to get this thing approved, and they will. And this will be so much fun to watch. I would expect Team USA to dominate with all the speed and athleticism that this country has to offer.
My one word is marketing. We see the NFL going worldwide, all over throughout the week in this upcoming season. I don't think this is about the flag football competition side of it. It is just the NFL sending their players around the world. Because where are we playing next? Where is the next game in 2027 or 2028? Where in the world will the NFL come to next?
My one word is dislocated, as in go to YouTube. Look at the dislocated knees that happened before during flag football in the sand. Look at the dislocated ankles that happened in the sand. I'm telling you right now, I don't wish this on anybody. But if they allow these football players to play for a gold medal in the summer, right before training camp, it's their own fault when one of their stars can't show up because they dislocated their knee on the, I'm assuming it's going to be grass. I don't think it's going to be sand, but you guys have seen the videos. Well, maybe not you, Peyton. You're really young, but this happened before. There's a reason they got rid of flag football at the Pro Bowl. Nothing? Well done, gentlemen. Well freaking done. All right, we're only halfway home, having a great day with Mikey, with Peyton, the entire company. Coming up on the other side, we've got Round the Rink at the break on YouTube, if you're watching us there. And also, it's time to hoop it up because we got the Western Conference Finals tonight. Can the T-Wolves go on the road and win Game 1? And also, the Packers back in the news for a little tushy pushy. If you know, you know. It's Coaching Company live on Stadium. It is time for Round the Rink, and my newest nemesis is here. Mark from JTS. What do we got today, big sir?
Coach, with only one NHL game tonight, don't worry. We have day hockey. That's right. We're going to go international to the World Hockey Championship, and we're going to go with the under 5.5 in Sweden versus Canada. That's this afternoon at minus 125. Sweden's going to have Jacob Markstrom defending its goal today, and he's only allowed one goal all tournament. Canada's averaging under 2 goals allowed per game. And with this being the last game for each team in the preliminary round, and a number one position in Group A on the line, this one's got playoff intensity written all over it. Love the under in this spot. And then we're going to come back stateside and go with the Panthers Hurricanes first period under 1.5 at minus 118. Game one of the Eastern Conference Finals, and this is set to be a defensive showdown. Carolina's home playoff games have been tight with the under hitting in 4 of their 5 home playoff games this postseason. Florida held Toronto scoreless in the first period in the last 4 games of that series. With both teams likely to fill each other out early, the under 1.5 of the first period is a solid play, and that is your skate around the rink.
Now, quickly, you just saw your baby, I guess is what we call it, baby JTS. He likes the money line for the series. Do you back that up?
You know what? I absolutely back up little Marky Model in that play. I love it.
Whoa. Little what?
Little Marky Model.
Little Marky Model? This is why I don't let you brand anything. This is why I take care of all of that. That might be the worst name I've ever heard. Clearly, you don't like baby JTS, but I didn't like the hair, so we're even. Now, look, you're trying to even go with a different look. You don't even want to model yourself after the model. Going slick back today. Do you got a little bun back there? Do you have a bun back there?
I don't have a bun back there.
Oh, you got a bun back there. Uh-oh. You don't have a bun back there.
No.
Oh, my goodness. All right. A lot to talk about. We're back live in 5 seconds. We have crossed the bottom of the hour, having so much fun today. Hashtag educate and entertain. We are live on Amazon Prime, DirecTV, YouTube TV, Roku TV, everywhere that Stadium is, that is where we are as well. Now, you guys know we're bringing a lot of new people on board, but Prize Picks is something that is very, very simple, and even Soupy can figure it out. Now, every single Tuesday, we have a little budding rivalry. They despise each other. And as you can see, Soupy was, well, preoccupied today, so he couldn't make the show. But it doesn't mean we don't still have a little prize fight. Soupy looks so angry in his picture today. Any reason for that, young Peyton?
I don't know. I wonder why. And again, no show. I mean, avoiding me at all costs. Really awkward.
All right. So the rules are simple. Whoever wins the week before gets to go first. The next week, you won last week. So you, sir, what do we have today?
Yeah, first off, we got ourselves a demon pick here with Bailey Falter. More than 4.5 strikeouts he's thrown at home, where he's much better. And the Reds as a team strike out third most in baseball. And against lefties, they strike out 35% of the time. 4.5, really not much for a demon pick here. Next, we're taking Trey Turner, more than 1.5 total bases. I literally went in on Prize Picks, typed the word Phillies, and looked at all numbers today for these guys. Any Philly is a good pick because they're facing Antonio Senzatella. Hot take, but I don't see Senzatella exactly being in the Cy Young conversation this year. He's 1-7 with an ERA of 6.39, and his WHIP is 2. When your ERA is bigger than the gas prices in California, that's not good. And Trey Turner is 7 for 15 against him and has never struck out in any of those at bats. So he's making contact every time he's up there against this guy. And those really are the only 2 picks I need to beat Soupy today, but I always do a third. So we're going to wrap it up with Teoscar Hernandez, more than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. 1.5 is a really low number for a Dodgers cleanup hitter, although Last night, he hit in the 5 spot. He's got Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, and Will Smith in front of him. You're telling me he's not going to hit in one of those guys tonight? Come on, just one RBI knock. That's all we need from Teoscar Hernandez.
What a savage. What an absolute savage. All right. Well, Soupy took it upon himself because he wasn't about to let you have all the shine on today's show. So those are your 3. Now we all have to sit through this. Producer man, roll tape.
Salad Boy. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the show today. There's a meeting at Prize Picks at the same time. But I'm going to do you a solid. I am going to mention you to them because I think that you have the potential to be a part of this company. So I promise that I will put in a good word for you. Anyways, I know that the prize fight is the highlight of your week, so I couldn't miss that for you. So I'm going to give you my 3 picks. We're going to start with SGA less than 31.5 points. I think if the points are going to come from the perimeter from the Thunder, I think that'll be on Alex Caruso. I think they're going to try to shut down SGA in this game. And we're going to go to the other side. Rudy Gobert less than 9 points. He's had some stellar closeout games. 17 against the Warriors, 27 against the Lakers, but he's gone under 10 points in each other game. And I think against this big lineup, he's going to struggle. And we're going to go to the WNBA. Aaliyah Boston, more than 14.5 points. He's going against the Dream. In the last game against the Sky, she had 19. And last year, she hit this in 2 of 4 games. So there you go, Salad Boy. Don't miss me too much. And I will see you next week.
Wow. Peyton.
I actually only have one word, Coach.
Yes.
Louder. Oh, my God. I can't even hear him. What are we doing?
All right. Let's get right into it. You saw, Big Chuck, that he's not Salad Boy. That Soupy was going to go under with SGA tonight. There's a lot of different ways this game could go. What do you see, sir?
This one is kind of stood out to me a couple of ways. This OKC comes in at -7.5. I'm also seeing some 7s. Public perception, though, is going to be on the Wolves, which they are 6-2 the last 8 when played in OKC. Everyone's going to think OKC is going to be tired, but it could play on against many as well, not playing since last week. They could be a little rusty. And this over has also popped out. It was 214. Now we're seeing some 216, some 216.5. I think the favorite and the over correlate. I'm thinking this is going to be OKC spot, higher scoring game. So if you're liking some SGAs, player props, especially on the Thunder, I would look at that. I like OKC and the over in this one, and then potentially come back with many in game 2.
It's all the way at BetMGM up to 217.5, and it's juiced to 3 nickels, Raphael. Why is it moving so quickly?
Yeah, in the past 15 minutes, my screen just lit up like Christmas. So I'm going to break this down really quickly so you guys can understand. 7.5. BetMGM and only one place has 7.5. Everyone else has 7. So if you like the 7.5 of T-Wolves, sign up to BetMGM. Click that link. Get it now because they ain't going to be there much longer. The total, Vegas has it at 218.5. So the 217 and 217.5, I say hurry up because this would not shock me if we see 219. I think the betting public is going to push this one over and tons of money coming in. A Minnesota Timberwolves team total over at 104.5 and 105.5.
Hashtag he's on our team. He's on our team. He's our numbers guy for a reason. Now, Mikey, there's certain things you got to learn as you become a part of this family here at Coaching Company. One of them is if you go against Charles, you do it at your own risk. He said he likes the Thunder and the over. However, you, as one of your best bets, like the T-Wolves. Has your take changed in the last 30 minutes?
Nope. Me and my black heart are sticking with what we have been doing all day. We're going against the grain, and I'm just going to keep saying this for as long as they are playing. I love Anthony Edwards. And yes, I love Anthony Edwards. I think he's going off for at least 30 points tonight, and I think he'll carry them to at least cover the spread, if not pull the upset off in Game 1 in Oklahoma City.
And if he does that, young Peyton, he will cash his over. His number right now at BetMGM is 26.5, juiced to the under, though, at -125. What does that tell you?
I actually like our pick here with our boy Mikey. I love the Timberwolves in this spot because they have covered the spread in 16 of their last 17 games as underdogs when playing with the rest advantage. When you think about road dogs, do you not think about Anthony Edwards too? I mean, come on now. On the road, you look at your stars to take over games for you, but the truth is, the supporting cast of the Wolves have some really impressive stats you might want to look out for. Julius Randle, for example, has scored 25 or more points in 5 of his last 6 games against the Thunder. Naz Reid, 22 points in each of the Wolves' last 3 against the Thunder. These forwards for Timberwolves are going to have really a field day with OKC because they have about 50 pounds on Chet Holmgren, both Julius Randle and Naz Reid down there, and Isaiah Hartenstein's going to have his hands worth with Rudy Gobert. So this is going to be a tough matchup in the paint for the Thunder. No more blowouts finally in the NBA playoffs because we've seen enough of those. I think we're going to have a close game.
You just gave me about 5 or 6 nuggets that I have to chew on throughout the day and watch weekday wagers at 2 p.m. Eastern time. However, your entire take went against my man, Big Chuck. But Big Chuck, we've got some names that young Peyton just threw out. And Julius Randle, 5 out of 6. He's got north of 25. His number at BetMGM, juiced to the over at minus 130, is only 19.5. Naz Reid is only 10.5. Chuck, if you had to pick one guy to sprinkle on their point total tonight, who would it be?
Give me my man from LSU, Mr. Naz Reid, only needing 11 points. Give me Mr. Reid.
Raphael, what's so funny, Raphael?
When you said that, my head said, if Charles is going to say Naz Reid, LSU was minus 10,000 with a yes in my head.
Where would you go, Rafi?
I would stay the same if Naz Reid. I think he's going to have a really big game. He's going to stretch the floor out. And I think bet his threes. I think it's over 1.5. I think he hits more than 2.
Mikey, let me come over to you. Maybe you don't like a point prop. Maybe you like a rebound or assist. I know you, like Peyton, do deep dives on these games. You write for the freaking Celtics, for God's sake. Where would you go here on any player for any bet?
I would take Rudy Gobert and the rebounds. I feel like I keep agreeing with Peyton today. So my heart isn't that black. But I would say Rudy Gobert because Isaiah Hartenstein was the energy that the Oklahoma City Thunder needed to get through the Denver Nuggets. And I would say, I don't know if a lot of people would agree, Rudy Gobert is a lot more physical than Nikola Jokic. So give me Rudy Gobert almost every game. I would watch his rebound line.
More physical than Jokic? Interesting. Young Peyton, coming over to you. Normally, you're on an island all to yourself. You don't have a lot of friends here on the show, but that's all right. When you hear all of that and all the names that you threw out there, I will ask you the same thing. Give me a name of a player you think outside of Ant could go off tonight.
SGA because Soupy is fading him. I'm just kidding. I think SGA at 31.5 is a big number. I really do hope he has a good night, and I think he will because when you look at these tough games for the Thunder on short rest, they just turned to SGA. His number was as high as 34.5 this season. And as much as we think, oh, he's going under, we got to take him under 34.5. He surprises us with 40 points. I mean, it happened every time this season. He's just dominated games where we thought his number was too high. So I like him tonight, but I also like some Wolves role players like Naz Reid. For that number to be that low for Naz Reid, I would definitely take his number as well.
Raphael, 30-second, educate me on when you get to the conference finals, how do things change for people at home to keep an eye on from a betting perspective?
Betting perspective, look at Rudy Gobert. People are betting his under rebounds open up at 10.5, at 9.5, and they think he's going to score. Opened up at 8.5, now at 9.5. So they're looking totally opposite at Rudy Gobert.
All right, very, very good. Gentlemen, great discussion tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I believe the Western Conference is on ESPN. Well, it's ESPN and TNT. It's one of those two. So can't wait for that. All right, still to come here on the show, we've got NFL news. That's right. The 49ers finally opening up their checkbook, and the Packers back in the news, and the Eagles are probably not very happy about it. Are you having fun? Because damn it, I am. This is Coach and Company live as always right here on Stadium. Gentlemen, the 49ers are making news, and Raphael, let me come over to you. Oh, we got those two right here. Okay. Let's bring up all four real quick. But Peyton, I'll let you start. We now have Fred Warner, the highest off linebacker, I believe off, as they say, 3 years in the $68 million range. So now him, Brock Purdy, and George Kittle all got paid, but their other big time players are gone. Have they paid too much and stuck now?
No, we're talking about the best linebacker in the league for a while now. Ever since he came out of BYU as a third round pick, he has been a leader. He's been versatile and he's been the best. Nobody has roamed the field better and makes more plays than Fred Warner. And by the way, best linebacker on play action in the entire NFL. To me, this was obvious it was going to happen.
Raphael, does this change futures at all?
Not really. I mean, because they still have the name of San Francisco 49ers. So you're automatically going to get betting attention just right there. But Fred Warner, great contract. I mean, I'm still shocked that he went to BYU when I see him play because he doesn't look like a former BYU player to how physical he is on the line. So fantastic signing, I thought.
He's a beast. And now Big Chuck, the 49ers, they paid all this money. Now they got to figure out all the other spots to fill in around these guys.
Exactly what they have to figure out. They were probably fearing this day, having to shell out all the bucks to Purdy. They were getting by with that minimum or that rookie contract up until this season. They're going to have to be extra creative going forward. I'm interested to see how the 49ers brass do going forward.
Mikey, I am shocked that Purdy got north of $50 million a year. It's hard when you got a guy at that level to then have enough money everywhere else. 15 seconds.
It's market value for quarterbacks these days. And one thing I'll say on both sides of the ball, Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan, Fred Warner, returning Robert Saleh. I'm interested.
I forgot about Saleh. I completely forgot about that. Didn't he come from the 49ers too? The Jets?
He went from the 49ers to the Jets and now back. He's one of my favorite coaches in the league.
All right, very good. All right, we're back live in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Coach and Company. I am the coach here live on the Stadium Network. Also, if you want your voice to be heard, you can watch on YouTube and put a little thing in the chat there. Also, you can watch on social media. All right, let's bring the guys back on now, because when you get on ESPN.com as a top headline, gentlemen, well, you know it's a big, big story. And young Peyton, the Green Bay Packers, this is the headline, submit revision of the tush-push rule proposal. They're not letting this thing die. And Nick Sirianni, who just got an extension yesterday, so we've got to watch his antics on the sideline for another 5 years at least. How ticked off are the Eagles that this tush-push thing will not die?
I don't want to see the Packers proposal pass because I'm actually a fan of the tush push. It turns into NFL rugby for a couple of plays. I want to see what defenses will come up with to stop it. And it's been successful for teams, especially Buffalo and the Eagles, as you mentioned, who scored a touchdown or picked up a first down. 87% of the time they use the tush push. I want to see teams come up with solutions to stop it. That's what I'm more interested in.
Mikey, bring us some sanity, please.
I will halfway because Peyton, I cannot agree with you, right? I want to see this play continue because all these teams crying about it. Frankie Lavu, the linebacker for the Washington Commanders, called it a cheapskate play. Just stop the play. That's all I need you to do. Just stop the play. Stop talking about the play. Stop trying to ban the play. But I also love this, Coach. I love the fact that the Packers, I can sit here with my Bears hat and I can say, keep crying. Keep crying. Let's stop talking about Caleb Williams and that Bush League story we had last week, and let's have the Green Bay Packers crying in the headlines.
I don't like setting both of you straight on the show. It doesn't make me feel good, but I will do it. I will do it. This is the dumbest play in the NFL. When you get a bunch of dudes behind, if you want to run a yard, run a damn yard, or have your 5 guys up front actually block. But I don't need 2 or 3 dudes behind me pushing me on my tushy to get that 1 yard. And Peyton, you gave me the number. 87%, which means it's basically an illegal play. You're putting 3 dudes and 600 pounds or 700 pounds behind them to push. It's a brutal play, and it's not fair for the defense to be able to push from behind. This has got to end. Peyton, doesn't make me feel good to be right all the time. All right. I promise you, in the next couple of months, this will continue to be a story. We'll continue to talk about it. All right, we've got a ton of best bets. So we got to get to them. It's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or so. 1 or 2 nuggets is all we need. My man, Charles, start us off. What do we got today?
A little day soccer in the EPL, Crystal Palace and Wolves. And with Palace coming off their first ever FA Cup title, I think this is the perfect fade spot. Wolves, PK, or draw no bet. They've won 6 of their last 8. And then the premium play takes us to the MLB. Padres and Jays. It's cashed in 6 of their last 8 meetings played in Toronto. We'll go ahead and take the over 8 in the 6.
I love when Charles pulls back the curtain like he's the Wizard of Oz and gives us a premium play from his incredible store. I encourage you to become a member there. Now, Rafael, coming to you. What do you got?
Baseball, give me the Seattle Mariners team total over 5.5 plus 135 alternate line. I would still take the 4.5 runs at minus 125. That's still good value. Seattle's last 6 meetings against the White Sox, they're averaging 6 runs per game. This one hits again tonight. And then give me, not the White Mamba, because that's not his name, because you guys all said it's not, but give me Alex Caruso over 8.5 points, minus 3 nickels and 3 pennies. Open up at 9.5. So I don't know what the betting public did on this number, but I like Alex Caruso tonight, especially by his 3-ball.
All right. I just see another headline as I come over to Mikey P. Your Bears signed Thuney to a $35 million extension. Give me your best bets.
Best bets. Dylan Cease over 5.5 Ks. He's hit the over in 5 of his last 6 starts. And in his last start, he had 10 strikeouts. So taking on the Toronto Blue Jays, I like Dylan Cease over 5.5. And in the NBA, the Western Conference Finals, it is the Anthony Edwards era truly beginning. Give me the Timberwolves plus 7.5, minus 115. The Timberwolves 8-2 against the spread in the playoffs.
This is where legends are made. Young Peyton, go.
Yankees will cover the 1.5 tonight against Patrick Corbin on the mound for Texas. Enough said. And 4 in a row for my Halos. They're feeling real good right now. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for them. Who knows how to get these young hitters out? Angels on the money line. Shame on you if you take the A's at minus 165.
I do not feel sorry for you if you do that. They've lost 6 in a row. All right. If you missed round the rink, Mark, what are our 2 plays there, sir?
Markstrom has been an absolute beast in goal. He's only allowed 1 goal this entire tournament for him. And then we're going to go to this NHL game being played tonight with the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes. We're going to go first period under 1.5 at minus 118. This is going to be a defensive battle. Eastern Conference Finals, game 1. These 2 teams are going to feel each other out for that first period. Don't expect a lot of fireworks here.
If there's a lot of you out there that are impatient, a first period play is for you. Now, our incredible partnership with JTS gives us our JTS play of the day, which is what?
Again, we're going back with the Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark to get at least 18 points tonight. She loves playing against Atlanta, where she's averaged 22.5 points in her last 2 games against the Dream. We're going to pair that with Minnesota Timberwolves' Nickeil Alexander-Walker to hit at least 1-3. He's done it 92% of the games he's faced against the Thunder. Love this spot. Put them both together for a plus 111 play of the day.
So many great nuggets we're getting today with the Nuggets now out of the playoffs. There is the QR code. Use our code BTT30. We're going to give you 30 days for free to check out everything. Mark and his team, they are growing the site daily, and we want you to grow with it. Rafael, make me smarter.
We are going to the WNBA, and it's a very interesting matchup. The Indiana Fever are 3-9 against the spread. Their last 12 meetings against Atlanta. This number today opened up at 9.5. It's now 7. So the bettors know this number.
Wow, 3-9. Does it matter to you, Chuck, no matter the sport, if it's at the beginning of the season and people use numbers from the previous year to give their takes for a game?
Yeah, those can be a little skewed with turnover. I'll look at it if not a lot has changed with the teams, if they've kind of kept the nucleus together. But as the season kind of starts, I kind of sway away from those. I wait till the first quarter or so before starting to use those trends.
And Mark, over at JTS, how does that affect your handicapping?
Well, because we're looking at a player ranking as well as the team ranking. So yeah, we do incorporate some of last year's statistics, especially for rookies who don't have that baseline. But more so, we're looking at last year trends, this year's roster, putting them together.
Raphael, anything moving late before we get out of here?
The total's now 219 in tonight's game between Minnesota and OKC in Las Vegas. So it's 10 o'clock. We might see 220, and I would be blown away because now I'll probably look at the under if it goes that high.
After your first loss, Mikey, how's that confidence feeling right about now?
Can't always be perfect. I'm fine. I'm delivering winners. That's it. That's all I will do. If I mess up one, I'll win two. It's fine.
Young Peyton, bring us home.
Guys, I just want to shout out Soupy for another terrible video. God, that was fun.
All right, gentlemen, well done. Producer man, you know what time it is. Give me that one shot. Now it's time for all of you to go out into the world. We gave you the start to your day. Now it's up to you to be kind to one another. Be honest with each other. It's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, damn it, do I love them all. My man, Young Peyton, King Lettuce. Mikey P, coming strong, now multiple days. Big Chuck, does he ever miss? My man, Raphael. And also Mark, or better days ahead. And also baby JTS. We grind for you. Producer man, I don't forget about you. So we can win with you. That's what we're all about. This is Coach and Company live on Stadium. Good luck.